It brings
So, an 8.
nostalgia. What's that word? Nostalgia.
Nostalgia. I'm one person. Do not ask about words. I suck at words.
Me too. I get it from him.
Oh. Hi, my name is Steven,
And my name's Emily.
and this is Video Time Podcast.
And today we're going to be talking about A League of Their Own.
This movie was released in 1992, and it was directed by Penny Marshall. We had a huge star cast in it. Overall, it was a comedy, drama, sport movie. Here's a little summary plot of it. It's during World War II, where all the men are off into the war, and all the jobs are pretty much getting taken by the women. So they don't want baseball to stop, so they let girls play baseball. So scouts go around the country looking for girls that want to play baseball. And then they find these two sisters where one sister doesn't want to go, but the little sister wants to go ahead and play baseball because she wants to get out of her city. So what ends up happening, she tells the scout, like, hey, pick me, let me go with you, and I'll get my sister to go. So pretty much they play baseball, and the older sister, Dottie, she ends up being like the main star of the whole thing, and it just goes on from there. So the movie starred Tom Hanks as Jimmy Duggan, Janine Davis as Dottie Hinson, Lori Petty as Kit Keller, Madonna as Meg, aka All the Way Meg, and Rosie O'Donnell as Doris Murphy. First, the reason why I'm wearing this shirt is because we're talking about baseball, and the Angels is my favorite team. Do you have a favorite team, Emily?
No.
Do you know just no baseball team? What about softball team?
That is a no as well, because like although I play softball, it's not like I watch it on my free time.
Oh, okay. So softball is just on those.
Yeah, it's just a hobby I do. I played last season. I've been playing for like 3 years. I played when I was young, and now I'm starting to play again, and I'm getting better. So I mean, that's I don't really know.
What positions do you play?
I play all of outfield, so that's like center, left, and right of like outfield, and
Are you learning?
I'm learning how to pitch, and I'm learning how to play first base.
So how did you like the movie, since the movie is dealing with girls playing baseball?
I think it was funny.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
So you think girls playing baseball is funny?
Well, I mean, it's the humor in that movie.
Oh, okay. The humor in the movie is funny. So who was your favorite character? Because there was a couple characters. There was Betty Spaghetti, Dottie, Meg.
I liked Kit and Dottie.
So Kit, the sisters.
Yeah,
so
the
pretty
sisters.
much they're like you and Haley.
I guess you could say that.
Yeah, older sister and younger sister. How did you like the overall movie, like the shooting of the movie and where they shot?
I think it was good.
And the baseball of it? Was the baseball played right?
Yeah.
Since you're like a professional now, softball player.
I'm not professional.
Uh-huh.
I liked how they shot the film. Sometimes it would like show the aspects of like that one trailer. There, it showed was it made in the 90s, right?
The 50s.
50s.
Yeah, it was made in the 50s.
I'm talking about like inside the movie, like the timeline then.
Yeah, 50s.
Yeah, 50s. Okay.
Yeah. So the movie was made in the 90s.
It was made in the 90s, but it was portraying
in
the 50s.
So pretty much when World War II was going on. So pretty much they sent all the guys, because this is real. So they really sent all the men to war, or all the men wanted to go to war, and then they had all these vacant jobs because the men stopped working and they wanted to fight for the country. So pretty much all the girls took over the job. So girls became mechanics, girls became baseball players, girls became welders. So the whole women industry was booming.
Booming.
Yes. So do you like that time era?
Yeah, I do like that time era when like women weren't like as seen as, oh, they should be in the kitchen, but like obviously this film shows that women could be way much more than just sandwich makers.
Yeah. So this movie also had some big stars. Emily's young, so I don't think she knows any of these stars. Do you know who Tom Hanks is?
I heard of him.
So he's the coach, Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
So Tom Hanks, okay.
Doesn't he play another movie?
So listen to his voice. He's Woody.
Yeah, I noticed. I was gonna ask that question when he was
Woody.
yelling at one of the one of the softball players or
Baseball
baseball players were crying. He was yelling. Yeah,
and
I was like,
that one
kinda,
quote.
Yeah, I was like, that kind of sounds like Woody. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, because it is Woody. So that quote, it's like that's what made that movie too. Was that quote? Not made the movie, but everyone knows that quote from that movie. That there's no crying in baseball. Never heard it.
No.
She's too young. And then Rosie O'Donnell. So Rosie O'Donnell was she was a TV host back in the day, like in the 90s. So she was a host, and she would host she would host people on her shows. Sometimes it was drama stuff, sometimes it was actors, just stuff like that. And then when you had Madonna was like Lady Gaga.
Back then?
Yeah, back then. She was like always wearing crazy stuff, and she would do crazy things, and she had really good music. So why did you like the sisters?
Because they had a great bond, you know?
They didn't have a great bond.
They didn't have a great bond, but like they came over like the whole situation they had.
Like what situation?
Sibling fights, I guess you could say.
So with playing softball, would you play baseball if you were back in that time? Would you go play baseball?
Yeah.
If they're like, hey, do you want to play baseball or do you want to cook in the kitchen?
I would probably play baseball. Like,
what position would you play? It's a smaller ball and it hurts. Yeah. It's harder.
I think I would rather play. I would try to pitch because like now softball has like a more of a difficult pitch. Like you gotta, do all these like steps and like
you just
drills.
Learned today.
Yeah, I know. But in baseball, you basically just have to like practice throwing in your aim.
Oh, okay.
Because it's simple. It's a simple throw. Okay. However, in like softball is difficult.
So now, if you have not seen this movie, I suggest you go see it. It's actually free on Amazon right now. So if you want to go ahead and watch this movie, A League of Their Own, there's actually a series, A League of Their Own on Amazon Prime. But we're not talking about the series. We're talking about the movie. So if you want to go ahead and watch that movie, go stop this and go watch it and then come back. Because now we're going to start talking about like spoilers and stuff like that. What do you think about the girls' uniforms?
I personally think like the uniforms are not so great since they're dresses. I mean, it could lift up easily. Your knees could get hurt.
Would you slide in that?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
No.
No.
That's too crazy to slide in that. I can't even slide. Period. You can't even slide. Period. And you play softball.
The movie basically starts off with two siblings. You got your older sister, your younger sister. The older sister's name is Dottie, and the younger sister's name is Kit. And so a scout comes over and offers them a job to work for the new baseball league. That taking out like girls are supposed to play. And so Dottie like has second thoughts about it. As for Kit, she wants to like join, and so she makes an offer back to the scout that if she's able to go, that her sister could go as well. And so they were scouting for like more girls, to join the baseball league. And so they found this girl named Marla, and she was really a really good
she
hitter.
Was a super good hitter. Her dad was all proud of her.
And so basically throughout this movie, they kind of made fun of her for not having the looks. Apparently, I mean, she looks nice. Just I don't know. Back then, it was like feminism had to be like perfect. It was seen as like this thing. Like
they even made them do like special things in their training. Huh? Like, what was the special things?
It was like to practice their teacups and stuff. I don't even know how to explain it. But yeah,
how to be a woman.
Yeah, how to be a woman. And during that, they had to learn how to be like this perfect image and at the same time play like a baseball player, which I mean sounds difficult. And
then they did a little promo for all the baseball players.
Oh yeah, they did a little promotion thingy, like ad. I don't know how to explain it. And it was it was explaining all the softball players. I mean baseball players. And so in this scene or like ad, I should say, they like kind of made fun of they made fun of Marla, and they kept on adding like these like I don't know like clips of like, oh my gosh, they could be they're like a really good, I don't know, a coffee maker. I don't even know, but
Yeah,
they were just
they were
like
up close though.
yeah, they were up close, and and so when it came to Marla, since she didn't have the looks, the scene was kind of far back, and they were like, "Yep, she's a hitter," and you
She
couldn't
just
even
waves.
see. Yeah, you couldn't even see her, and that was kind of sad, you know, just to understand like that. You had to be perfect to be seen, like to be seen, to be able to be famous like that, you know.
And what do you think about the guys back then?
The guys,
Yeah.
they're disrespectful. That one
Yeah.
dude, there was a scene where like I think it was their first game, and this dude he came up, and he like was on the field and he was dancing, harassing all the baseball players.
Oh yeah,
all the girls.
What
Yeah,
was he saying?
I forgot. He was like,
Oh, girls can't play
play.
baseball."
Yeah, girls can't play baseball, something
Yeah.
like that.
And then they proved them wrong.
Yeah.
And then what did you think about the coach?
The coach, he was funny.
Yeah, so the coach
Yeah.
was Tom Hanks. He was pretty much, he used to be a baseball player. He had like the most home runs, and then
Professional baseball.
professional baseball player. So the last of his career, he just became a drunk.
Yeah.
So they pretty much just threw him in coaching a team, and he didn't take it serious at first. He was just drunk all the
Yeah.
time.
And
Like
then he
the first
started-
time he gets
Yeah.
introduced to, you want to tell him the first time he is introduced to the team?
He's drunk and he's not able to coach, you know, to lead the girls. And
But
so
what
they
does he
have
do
to,
first?
Oh, he decides to pee in, like not pee in front of everyone, but like, you know.
No, he
kinda-
does
Yeah,
pee in
he
front
does
of
pee in
everyone.
front of everyone.
He just comes in,
Mm-hmm.
and actually Tom Hanks plays a really good in this.
Mm-hmm.
Like he plays really good. This is probably an underrated movie of Tom Hanks, and I really love him in this movie. He plays the character really good. He's drunk, and then his character development of him overcoming, because he'll say, "Oh, girls can't play baseball. This is not baseball," and then towards the end, he's
He starts
pretty much
to
begging
realize,
a player
yeah.
to play baseball, saying, "Oh, you are a baseball player."
Yeah. He finally starts to realize, like, hey, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
women could play baseball.
Yeah, so so Tom Hanks is probably one of the best actors in the world.
He was funny.
Yeah, he's a good actor. So, and he's in a lot of movies. You probably haven't seen. Have you seen any movies with him besides Toy Story?
No.
No. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
So I'll show you a movie called Catch Me If You Can. Have you heard of that movie?
Nope, absolutely not.
So Catch Me If You Can is
We're
with two of
getting
the best actors. I know we're getting off topic, but you have to know this. With Leonardo DiCaprio and Tom Hanks. It's pretty much Leonardo DiCaprio's someone that's a little bit older than you, and he goes around and he writes fake checks. And he acts like a flight attendant, a pilot, a lawyer, a doctor, and everyone believes him. And then the FBI agent is Tom Hanks, and he's trying to catch him. And he goes around the whole world just writing fake checks. And this was before, like, you can catch people writing fake checks. And get this, he didn't even go to jail.
Wow. Isn't that crazy?
So he just started helping the FBI. And Tom Hanks is in that movie,
Yeah.
and he's a good actor with Leonardo DiCaprio. He's a good actor too. So once they find all the players. They
start
started
practicing.
Yeah, they
started
start
playing,
practicing.
Going against other
And all these girls were good already, right?
teams. Yeah.
They played like just baseball around their city.
Okay. So obviously, after the scouts chose all the girls, they started making teams, and they were basically like playouts, you know.
Yeah.
And so when they made
Tryouts.
tryouts, not playouts,
Yeah.
tryouts. And so when they made the teams, you know, it was time to practice, and it was just like the kind of what you basically do in softball or baseball. You know, you practice and then you start playing games and you start going against other teams. And during all of this time, like each season that they were playing, their coach started realizing, and citizens all around started
'cause there's no
started
one in the bleachers.
Citizens and the coach himself started to realize, like, hey, yeah, girls could play softball, and so baseball, my bad, baseball, and so they started like realizing, yeah, they're pretty good, they're well at doing what they're doing, you know, they're getting it done, and so their team, Peaches, right, or some
Yeah, the Peaches.
yeah, Peaches, they
Or
start Peaches, I think Peach,
Peaches or peaches?
yeah,
One of
Peaches
those.
or Peach. And so they start popping up. They start beating almost every team. And so it comes to the final game, you know. And so during this...
They actually make it to
yeah,
the World Series.
They make it to the World Series. And so, like I said, during all this time, soft baseball. Well, basically baseball with girls, I should say, got more famous, and women, like, how do I explain it? They got better, you know, and so people were finally realizing.
Yeah, and pretty much it was a chocolate guy that started the whole. A chocolate guy. It's a guy that owned a chocolate company that started the whole franchise of the women's baseball, and pretty much when the season was almost over, he was gonna be like, "Hey, we don't need this no more." But there was somebody that was like, "Hey, this is gonna work. We should keep on doing this." And pretty much they let him run it and keep on doing it.
In the beginning, I explained how there was these two sisters, right? And so, Dottie and you have Kit. And so, obviously, Dottie, she was known in the team for being a leader. She was known for being like,
she was a big leader.
Yeah, she was the one to be like.
Yeah, she was actually coaching the games first because the coach was drunk. Yeah, he would scratch his balls
during the game, and so she had to lead the team. Yeah, she had to lead Peaches. And her younger sister, every time that she got more attention, she would get jealous, you know? She would be like, well, I was the first one to bring you here, so why am I not getting this attention, you know? And so they get into a fight, and she ends up going to another team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that team
goes
to the World Series.
Yeah, they go to the World Series.
So they go head in head with each other.
And so during this time, they're fighting, right? They're going against each other. And so then you have like this final showdown with Kit. Yeah, you have World Series.
Yeah.
You find
but they're down to the last inning.
Yeah, they're down to the last inning, meaning like they're close to winning, you know, the game's close to end.
Yeah, we won't say who won though.
Yeah, we won't say who won.
Yeah.
It's getting
So what was some funny moments for you in the movie?
A moment that was kind of funny to me was the moment where the moment where like that scene, like that the advertisement, and so they were showing like Marley, and she was spaced out, you know.
Oh, way out there.
Yeah, where they were kind of making fun of her. I thought it was funny.
The funny scene that I like is when Tom Hanks the coach actually prays for the team during the World Series. That's a pretty funny prayer. It's not even a real prayer, but he just prays. He's not a man of God. Okay, so what did you like about the movie, and what didn't you like about the movie? So first, what you liked about the movie?
I liked like almost everything about it. So like that means like the acting, the way that it was explained, the story, the ending, the characters. I have really enjoyed this film. You know, it was great to watch it with you. And
but what you didn't like?
Something that I didn't like about this film was really. I mean, I guess it was just. I mean, it's just such a good film that I don't know.
What about, was there anything you didn't like inside the film? Like, probably the sexism in the movie.
Yeah, I mean, but like they have to make it accurate, you know.
Yeah, and that was accurate back then. My favorite thing about the movies was just the baseball part. It's pretty good. The acting was really good. Like everyone did a good job of acting. Like Meg and pretty much Madonna and Rosie O'Donnell did a good job of being like the two funny characters. And then Dottie and Kit, they're good characters too. And Tom Hanks as the coach, he's funny, and he's really, he gets really serious at times, and then he's funny at times.
Yeah, that's how coaches are.
Yeah.
My last coaches were kind of mean, but like, I mean, they were funny.
Yeah, and you did good. You guys came in first place.
Yep, we won the championships.
Oh, whoa.
Whoa.
Do you have a ring for it?
Yeah, I have a ring for it.
I have a ring too.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do, for baseball.
Lies.
Okay, I don't. Emily's the first one to ever win anything. Miranda. And what I didn't like about the movie was, what didn't I like about the movie?
Exactly nothing. I mean,
yeah, it's a good movie. It's everything overall was a good movie. The cinematography, acting, the time, the place of time, the acting. Maybe no. I'm trying to think. No, actually, yeah, I liked everything about the movie.
Just
Yeah, it was a
admit
good
to
movie.
it. You
It was
don't
a
gotta.
fun movie.
Yeah, you don't gotta say your like
Yeah.
least favorite part if you don't even have one.
Yeah, there wasn't one. So it was pretty good movie.
What's your favorite character?
So my favorite character was Tom Hanks, the coach, because he was funny. Yeah,
yeah.
he was funny. There was times where he wanted to kill the kid because there was a little kid. There was a lady on
Kill?
the
I mean-
well, he wanted to hurt that kid. There was a mom on the team, and she had to bring her son along with him, and he was like a little annoying kid, and he would tell the coach like, "We're gonna lose. You're gonna lose."
Yeah.
And then he would run up and down the bus, put his hands in front of.
He even made a bus driver quit his
Yeah,
job.
he made the bus driver quit. But Tom Hanks got his revenge by throwing the glove at his face. He hit the little kid, and the little kid fell. So yeah, the coach was my favorite character. So, out of a 1 through a 10, how would you rate this movie?
An 8.
An 8?
Yeah.
Is that your highest rating?
I think so.
Oh, an 8?
Yeah.
So an 8.
An 8.
Okay. So I gotta show you more Tom Hanks movies then.
Yeah.
Because if you liked it as an 8, then you might like a lot of his other movies. I rate it an 8 as well. Because I remember seeing this movie a long time ago and it stuck with me. And I always liked the movie. And seeing it again makes me like it again. It makes me see like, oh, dang, Tom Hanks is a really good actor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It brings
So, an 8.
nostalgia. What's that word? Nostalgia?
Nostalgia. I'm one person to not ask about words. I suck at words.
Me too. I get it from him.
Oh. So that concludes today's episode. Today was a short episode. Today we're talking about League of Their Own. If you have not watched that movie, remember they're showing it on Amazon Prime right now or Amazon Videos for free. And it's not the series because there's a series called A League of Their Own on Amazon Prime. We should watch that too. I think it's just one season, so we should probably watch that.
Yeah.
So if you guys have not watched it, go watch it. It's a good movie. And if you have not already subscribed to our YouTube or followed us on TikTok, Spotify, and on Instagram, go ahead and follow us on Video Time Podcast. And go ahead and leave a review. It helps us out. A comment, a like, and go ahead and share it. And we'll see you in the next podcast.
See ya.
Peace.